Hello everyone, this is Steve with the Free Bullion Investment Guide. Today is June 15th and I'm doing a review and outlook analysis for silver. This is silver's daily chart, and in review of last week's video I had shown you this rising wedge pattern. It is a negative pattern and the price of silver did break below it as expected, confirming the pattern. Then after it consolidated, really just on Monday, it fell in price and then it continued to move higher. And really, silver doesn't have a whole lot of negatives against it right now. There's a lot of uncertainty in the markets. The Fed is signaling that they're going to likely lower rates in the future instead of raising them, as well as the trade deal with China doesn't seem to have a resolution anytime soon. So that's really what's propelling gold and silver, for that matter, higher. Now, that is the review for the price of silver. Now for the outlook, I'm actually still showing a negative pattern. There's really no other patterns to show except negative patterns. And this one will either be confirmed or denied, I believe, next week. And I think it'll be confirmed simply because, and I say confirmed or denied simply because fundamentals always trumps technical analysis. Anybody can put any chart pattern on any chart, and fundamentals will always trump technical analysis, no pun intended. But the reason that I think silver will actually break the pattern to the downside, but I still think actually that silver might end the week to the upside. Now let me explain what I'm talking about here. The Fed has a meeting on the 18th and 19th of June. At that meeting, they'll release whether or not they're going to lower rates. I actually don't think they're going to lower rates at this meeting. I think they're going to lower them at the next one. Now, I will say, though, that the yield curve, as we can see here, the 3-month is getting closer to yield in the 30-year. And the closer those two numbers come together, the more they are likely to invert. And the last thing the Fed wants is an inverted yield curve. So they may lower rates, and if they do, I'll be wrong, and it'll shoot... likely silver will move higher. It may continue to do it in the pattern, but we'll have to see. But I think they're going to say we're going to wait and see what happens with at the G20, if there's any breakthrough between Trump and the president of China, as well as I think they want to see what happens with the jobs report at the end of this month or early next month. What will happen with what the numbers will be with that, as well as other economic indicators. I think they want to get a little bit more read on the economy before they lower rates and admit they were wrong with raising rates at the pace that they did, because that's basically what lowering rates is, admitting that they were wrong with raising them so quickly. So I'm really expecting them to lower rates next month instead of this month. And so I think that the price of silver will likely move higher up until Wednesday, or it may just consolidate and continue to move sideways until Wednesday. And then on Wednesday, we'll hear that they may not lower rates, and we should get a confirmation of this pattern to the downside. And then I actually expect the price of silver to continue to move higher simply because of the uncertainties in the market. The trade war isn't resolved, and as well, as long as that's not resolved, the Fed will continue to either consider or they will lower rates. And as long as lowering rates is in the market news, there will be that's a catalyst for gold and silver to move higher right now. So we'll really have to see what happens. We'll have to see if my analysis comes to be, and if it's not, I'm wrong. So what? Things happen. So we'll see what happens. I thank you for your time. Take care, and God bless.